On average, as a taxi driver, I probably go 50, 60,000 miles a year, around that figure, sometimes a little bit more. As you can imagine, it has quite a tough time on the car, wear and tear and everything else, and it needs keeping a close eye on. With registered taxis, in my area particularly, it may work differently in others, but you have 3 MOTs you have to have done every year. 1 normal MOT, 2 council MOTs. So I'm looking at about £100 in outlay every year, providing nothing goes wrong, and that's not counting the licences and everything else. With the cost of living crisis that we've got upon us, people look to kind of skirt corners and stuff like that, particularly if something goes wrong with the MOT. But what are the consequences, I wonder? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing alright. I'm not too bad. Let me know how you are in the comments below, and everything's alright where you are. Yes, hopefully we'll all have a good week ahead. We've got to stay positive, haven't we? That's the main thing. Well, this is for you if you're a car owner. Unless you've got a brand new car where you're MOT exempt for, 3 years now? Somebody stick it in the comments, let me know. We all have this at some point during the year. We have to put our vehicle in for an MOT. Now, it's all well and good if the MOT goes through. If it doesn't, you can have a repair bill as well as a possible retest fee. It can get quite expensive. Now, a new study has been commissioned where, 1 in 6 drivers who have an MOT due in March, which is around the busiest time for MOTs statistically, say they won't be able to pay for them. Scary thought, that, isn't it? The problem is with people, if they can't afford to pay for something, they won't, and they might try and get away with it for as long as they can. Generally, with an MOT, if something's discovered on there, like I don't know, wheel tread, dodgy brakes, or anything like that, if it's not sorted, it's an accident waiting to happen. Me, every 20,000 miles, I get my car in to drop the oil, get it changed, and get everything checked from front to back. And if there's anything wrong, get it changed, get it sorted straight away. I have to. My job depends on it. And a lot of people, if you can afford to, get your car serviced regularly. Well, there is talk about getting the MOT extended, so it's every 2 years instead of every 1 year. Now, what I really want to do is get your thoughts on that. Is this something that you would agree with? Do you think it's asking for disaster, a load of clapped out old bundle wagons driving around? You let me know what you think. I got an email from a guy that used to carry out mechanical repairs and some MOT work on the Arctics, and he had some of these points to make. With clean air zones, and I'm quoting here, with clean air zones, ULEZ, speed bumps, 15-minute cities, 20-mile-an-hour speed limits, congestion charges, parking fees going up, and can't go out your zones, seems to be getting the normal. People are using their cars less and less, and that will mean less wear and tear. They extended the MOTs during lockdown. Very valid point. Didn't appear to make any difference. Cost of living. People are struggling to fuel their cars, and with basic utility bills, food prices being so high, the car's just sitting at home and they're walking or cycling a lot more for short distances. Is that true in your life? You let me know. There's nothing stopping you taking your car in for an MOT every 6 months if you wish, or every year. It's your choice. Absolutely correct. There's no statutory limit to, the earliest you got to take an MOT in. There's just the maximum limit. Every year you have to take it in. British MOT is pretty strict. Since all this Save the Planet rubbish came out, they're testing pretty much everything. DPFs, even slight oil leaks, and checking brake fluid for excessive contamination. Warning lights are all logged and will fail if they're not in serviceable condition. There's just been a consultation where they want to make the MOT even more strict. There you go. If they do, that will take a lot of older cars off the road, as more people would just say, can't afford to fix it, so just scrap them. Thus less cars for sale and prices will rise for old and used cars as there will be less around. That will be hit the poorest hardest, as people on low pay will never be able to afford a car or to run one. And then what you get a situation when there's hardly any cars on the road, and boom bang smack, rule on Shanks's pony. Has a familiar ring to it, doesn't it? Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Do you agree with 2 years? Do you think it's a problem? And, you know, have you ever tried to shirk it? Obviously don't tell me that, because you get yourself in trouble if anyone's watching. Anyway, I'm off. I'll see you soon with another. Toodaloo.